Welcome to a tutorial on how to make a simple carp rig. What you will need: your hook link, we use fluorocarbon, bait stops, a baiting needle, your chosen hook, and your chosen bait, swivels, scissors, and this is optional, a shrink tube. Grab your scissors and hook link and cut off your desired length, keeping in mind the knots that are needed. Then grab your bait and your hook link that you cut off and make a loop in it, but do not tie a knot. Get your baiting needle, push it through the bait and now the other side. Then push the bait onto the loop that you just created. Leaving a little loop at the end. This is now where you can adjust the amount of line that you have in your bait. So push the short tag and then pull the long. Leave a little bit poking out the end so that it doesn't fall through the bait. Then grab your bait stops, cut off one nodule, and then put this through the loop that you created on the end of your bait. Pull it tight. You have to pull both of them at the same time, otherwise the knot will slip. Then grab your hook and thread it onto the hook length. Pull it down the hook length towards the bait. This is where you choose the length of your hair. The hair is the piece of line that holds the bait and holds the hook. You should have at least 8mm between the hook and your bait. Then you must tie a knotless knot, then pull it as tight as you can go. You don't want the knots to slip. If you don't know how to do knotless knot, search up another video on YouTube. I recommend Kyle and Alex. They show you really good on how to do it. I love the knotless knot, it's a really nice knot. Then grab your swivel, thread your line through the swivel, then you tie a blood knot, but you only do 2 or 3 turns. The blood knot is very easy. You just wrap the small end round the line 2 or 3 times when making a rig, then back through the loop at the very start next to the swivel, then pull tight. cut off the tag end on the blood knot. Then that is your completed carp rig. It's very simple and easy to do. If you want to go that extra mile and use a shrink tube, this allows you to adjust the length of your hair. Take the bait off the hair, grab the shrink tube that you cut off, put the hair through the shrink tube, then slide down the hook. It should sit above the knotless knot. Then grab your bait and baiting needle and put the bait back onto the hair. Secure this with a bait stop. Grab your kettle and boil it until it boils. There should be a lot of steam coming out. Grab the shrink tube and hold it over the steam. I use pliers because the steam gets very hot, it can burn your fingers. The shrink tube should shrink, obviously, around the hook and your hair. This then allows you to adjust the hair as it can move up and down the hook. As you can see, push it up the hook to make the hair smaller and down to make it bigger. That is now your simple but a little twist on the carp rig. It also is really good. As say a fish pulls the bait into its mouth, if it spits the bait out and the shrink tube is at the top, the hook will stay in.